Saturday to you. It's the Grand Rapids Rise facing the Indy Ignite for the first time here in Grand Rapids. Dan Hasty, Katie Olson, the first serve for today's Rise meeting with the Ignite, presented by Morning Bell. Open every day, 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. at Brenton Village, Bridge Street, and East Beltline. Brunch is always a good idea with Morning Bell. Quick look at the starting lineups. The Grand Rapids Rise come in with a similar lineup to what we saw on Thursday. It's Carly Snyder, the all-star in the PVF, Ali Bastianelli, August Rasky, the setter, Paige Briggs-Romine, Alyssa Jensen, Nia Chimay, and Elena Ogilvie. And in this instance, Katie, we see, like we saw on Thursday, another matchup that could really help Grand Rapids improve its postseason chances.
Right now, we're just over halfway through the season, so it's in anyone's hands to make it to that Final Four. Coming out tonight, you're seeing two teams that are neck and neck in that playoff contestant.
Carly Snyder will serve. We're ready for volleyball. We hope you are. It is up, and a chance for Indy as they get it blocked right out of the gate. Alyssa Jensen gets the rise on the board. Quick look at the lineup on the other side for Indy. Carly Scott, Lydia Martin, Azani Teeler, who was outstanding in her last match against Omaha. Next serve from Snyder. Diving play to keep it alive, and a chance far side as Grand Rapids is there to collect it. Ogilvie leaves it for Paige Briggs-Romine. Tried to put it in the middle, but it's not there. Indy, other side, sends it little bit towards the line, and it scrapes the back line. Point for the Ignite. The other starters, Anna DeBeer, Cece Crawford, and Sydney Hilly, who's one of the best setters in this league. To serve is Lydia Martin. Carly Snyder tries to tap, and it ends up being collected on a dive in the back row. Nia Chimay sends it to Jensen, not there. Right back to Grand Rapids. Rasky back sets for Chimay, and she smokes a point off the side of the Indy defense. That one took Lydia Martin for a ride, and it's 2-1 GR. I think she just turned her head to take that off the side of the head as opposed to in the face. 2-1 Grand Rapids. Serve for Jensen, just barely out of bounds. Tried to scrape it off that white line, couldn't do it. We're tied at 2. Elena Ogilvie's back in. Indy's got Azani Teeler at the line. What a game she had on Thursday against Omaha. Nia Chimay puts it through, just gets it out of the reach of the outstretched arms. Couldn't get it, did Indy. It's 3-2 in Grand Rapids. Azani Teeler set a pair of PVF 5-set records in the Ignite's 3-2 loss to Omaha. The opposite had 31 kills, 35 points. Chimay serves. Hilly looking far side, and it is down. Just out of the reach of August Rasky. Ties us up at 3. 35 points past the previous records in both categories. She's now number 3 in the PVF this year, and she's been a problem for opponents. To serve is Anna DeBeer for the Ignite. Briggs-Romine had to go down to get it, but an opportunity, but a block. Ali Bastianelli. More like Ali Blockstianelli makes it 4-3 Grand Rapids here in set 1. Just underway from Van Andel. Good crowd has come in on this Saturday afternoon. It is Princess Day here in GR. Briggs-Romine serves. Good diving play by Elena Scott to keep it alive, but it goes back to Grand Rapids. Carly Snyder with a swing. It is down. Haley nearly got the block, but couldn't get it back over to the other side, and the Rise go up 5-3. Kathy George, the head coach of the Grand Rapids Rise all those years at Michigan State, volleyball royalty. On the other side, Indy has George Pageon from Minnesota Duluth. Briggs-Romine may have got it from going out of bounds. Carly Snyder on the other side. Not there, back to Indy. 10-foot attack, down it goes. Anna DeBeer cleans it up and makes it 5-4. Indy in their first year as a franchise, they joined 1 year after the start of the Pro Volleyball Federation, and it's been a great add to this league. Cece Crawford serves. Rasky with a long set, and Carly Snyder hits it a little long, but it got deflected by Indy. Point Grand Rapids, and the question now becomes, will the Ignite challenge? They actually went to ask Lydia Martin if she touched it, and she said, I don't know. So probably not going to be a challenge here. Looks like the Ignite were actually in the net. Ali Bastianelli soars it across. Big swing, and down it goes. Carly Scott. She's no stranger to this league. She's in her second season, first obviously with the Ignite. The Ignite off to a nice start in their first year, 8-8 to begin the season. There are 4 teams essentially vying for 2 postseason spots. What a pancake there. Kept alive, diving play, Briggs Romine. Carly Snyder taps, finds the floor. Carly Snyder makes it 7-5. Well, Elena Scott's been busy from that libero position on the Ignite.
She has. It does look like Grand Rapids is really trying to move her around in serve receive as she is diving on both sides.
August Rasky pops it over, and she's got the first ace of the day. Little mishandle on first reception. Indy couldn't corral it, and August Rasky's on the board. Rise had a fair share of struggles with the serve and pass game on Thursday. We'll see if it gets a little cleaned up today. Carly Snyder with a block, but it comes back to Indy. On the other side, Briggs Romine goes down, keeps it alive. Back set from Romine. Chimay, diving play. Elena Scott keeps it alive. Grand Rapids with another chance from distance. Briggs Romine pounds it down, and it's 9-5. PBR coming up big in the first set. Timeouts. Indy with the Rise with their biggest lead in the early go. Step aside for a quick timeout. 9-5 GR over Indy right here on Rise Radio and on YouTube, presented by U of M Health West. For those listening along on 96.1 The Game, congratulations to Wyoming Tri-Unity Christian, winning their 3rd state title in 4 years. Brett Paquita had the call this morning from the Breslin Center at Michigan State. Of course, a place that has some ties here to the Grand Rapids Rise. Alyssa Jensen in the middle, Kathy George on the sidelines. 9-5, back to the start after we pick back up where we left off. Elena Ogilvie looking for Naya Chimay. Slams it a little bit too hard. It's out of bounds. Try to go cross court, couldn't keep it down. 9-6. Carly Scott to serve. Strong start for Grand Rapids, trying to keep it going here in the first set. But now Indy has some questions. And perhaps one of the members of the Ignite coming up a little bit lame on that last set. What did you see there, Katie?
I'm wondering if the up official called a touch on that ball. That's the only thing, or in the net or something. I wasn't able to really see anything, and they didn't call a challenge, so I think they're just reviewing the call right now.
They are taking a close look, so maybe that is a challenge.
It does look like we're looking if that ball was touched.
Our first referee, Barb Zavanek. Also some help from William Stanley. He's our second referee, Kimberly Spolma. And Jeff Turmel in our scores. Our referee back in the studios in downtown Grand Rapids is Shelby Petrangeli. This is a challenge, and it is an unsuccessful one for Grand Rapids. No block touch. Keeps the point with the Ignite. Now Kathy George.
So
She's even asking after what we just saw. She was convinced that it went off, it looked like the pinky of one of the members of the Ignite. And regardless, not reversed on the challenge. Carly Scott serves for Indy. Back set, Snyder. Not there, Scott. Gets it, but a net touch on the Ignite makes it 10-6. So Grand Rapids gets that point right back. Kylie Murr comes in for the Indy Ignite in her second year in the PVF. And now Carly Snyder, one of the best weapons from the service line in the PVF. You can hear the oohs and ahs when she leans into one. Far side, Rasky for Briggs Romine, kept alive. Rasky touches Jensen for PBR. Kept alive by Indy. They look outside. They get blocked outside. Alyssa Jensen off to a big start here on Saturday.
That was something that the Rise were missing in their game on Thursday. The blocking just wasn't there, so it's great to see that come out strong tonight.
Carly Snyder again. Her team's up 11-6, and it's an ace. Carly Snyder, few do it better in the league. And the Rise have doubled up the ignite in the first set. Looking for more, Snyder. Only Elena Scott was able to deny that. They set it up far side. Down it goes. Anna DeBeer, 12-7 Grand Rapids.
Anna DeBeer has had quite the comeback. She missed out on the national championship game due to an injury and took some time to come back. She just came back into this league a couple weeks ago.
The product of Louisville, Rasky looking for Chimay. Got it blocked. And out of bounds it goes. Jensen tried to go to the other side to keep it alive, but to no avail. Good crowd here on this Saturday afternoon. Noon start, one of the earliest we've had all season long. Serve up, Jensen gets it, whams it down. Alyssa Jensen off to a big start. And the emergence of Alyssa Jensen's been one of the best stories for the Rise this year.
She was super quiet last year, didn't see a lot of playing time, and then stepping into this year, you're seeing a lot more and just the growth of her game.
Jensen serves, Hilly looking near side. Kept alive by Grand Rapids. Carly Snyder cleans it up. And the Rise are in command in set one. 14-8 in the first. Alyssa Jensen again to the back line. Hilly looking and finding Anna DeBeer once again. Good start for DeBeer. She's been pretty efficient since she's gotten in. Azani Taylor's turn from the line for Indy. One of the breakout players in this league this season. Carly Snyder, another one of the breakout stars of the PVF this year. 15-9 as she sends it inside the line. You see Ogilvy and Snyder. I have to imagine that those two have been spending some time with each other, trying to get familiar. Chimay has a service error. And those two have been kind of feeling each other out. You've got one in Ogilvy who's a rookie. You've got another in Snyder who's been a pro for 7 years now. And there is an adjustment period sometimes.
Yeah, and then just bouncing ideas off of each other in the back row. You know that they're serve receiving next to each other constantly. So being able to have open communication there.
Anna DeBeer over for Briggs Romine. They look right back to her, and they've got her. PBR drinks in a 6-point lead for GR. Another timeout. This one because the Rise of the first to 16 here today. Take a timeout with them. Grand Rapids. You've got Grand Rapids Rise Volleyball, courtesy of U of M Health West. Wilson with you. The Grand Rapids Rise lead the Indy Ignite 16-10. Thanks for hanging out with us as part of your Saturday. These two teams know each other pretty well. Talked about Sydney Hilly, one of the great setters in the league. She played with Paige Briggs Romine last year with Omaha. Both squads have a true Purdue presence. The Boilermakers, who ended up playing against Michigan. Wolverines won that match in men's basketball last night. The Rise have Raven Colvin, Jenna Otzek. The Ignite have Blake Moeller and Grace Wade. So there are some circles that both of these teams tend to run in. Paige Briggs Romine from the service line. Hilly sends it over as Bastianelli could not get the block down. 16-11 Grand Rapids. And Isabel Martin comes in, serving sub, first serving sub for either side today. Native of Munich, Germany, a former Florida Gator. Briggs Romine finds it. And meanwhile, Indy saw Taylor end up underneath the first row of seats. I mean, no fear from Azani Taylor, but it's a point for Grand Rapids.
What a hustle play by Taylor. Those balls going after them, it's so challenging, and then being able to try to make a play before you're hitting the stands just really shows how she's not letting any ball drop.
If you're sitting in that first row, they do advise you that flying objects may go into the stands. They should also add flying players. 17-11. Grand Rapids with that 6-point lead once again, a strong start. And so far, KO, it's been Carly Snyder. She leads the way with 6. That's doubled and more than any other player thus far.
And from Thursday's game, she also led the team in kills. Now, what can the Rise do to really come around her and join in the offensive play? That's the answer that they are looking for.
Ali Bastianelli set to serve. Ton of Michigan natives on this Grand Rapids side this year. Carly Snyder, a native of Macomb, Michigan. You see Bastianelli. She's from Marysville. Briggs Romine out of Ortonville. Alyssa Jensen, not too far away from right here in GR. She's from Holland. Played her college ball at Michigan State. And Simone Abbott, so a Michigander. She's from Northville.
Looks like we're looking at what rotation are each teams in. So the referees are looking at to see where.
Front line for the Grand Rapids Rise, her and Alyssa Jensen. Really giving this team an identity this year. Set it up for the middle, kept alive there. Can they keep it that way? They cannot. Goes off the top of the tape, 17-12. Sydney Hilly's turn. More assists than anyone else in the PVF. So we'll see Sydney do a lot of setting here, and for good reason. Over to Grand Rapids. Rasky wants Jensen. Kept alive there. Nice play by DeBeer. Fight at the net. Kept alive by Grand Rapids. Rasky wants Chimay. Taps it to the middle. Taylor keeps it alive. Sets up the middle. Grand Rapids is there. Rasky for Snyder. She's got it. Carly Snyder. What a start. 18-12. That was a little bit unorganized, but it ended well. And I guess all's well that ends well for Grand Rapids. Back to August Rasky. She's got the only ace, and here's a chance. Right back to Grand Rapids, but not there. Rasky wants Briggs Romine. Diving play, and it's a point for Grand Rapids as Indy got into the net once again.
You know, Indy played a long, hard-fought match on Thursday. They had got reverse swept at Omaha, so wondering if a lot of these net touches.
Rasky with a chance from the right side as Grand Rapids works from right to left. A 7-point lead in set number 1, a set that Grand Rapids was unable to get on Thursday. They tee it up, and slamming it down is Carly Scott. Boy, that set got really close to being in the net, and Sydney Hilly did a really nice job of keeping it alive. It's Carly Scott. Rasky, front set, Chimay, right back, and Indy is forced to play it back to GR. Alyssa Jensen again, nearly got it down. And on the other side, Indy takes advantage with Azani Taylor. Well, I give Indy a lot of credit. That was one of their best plays and at least best volleys in this early go. Indy does not go quietly. It's a 5-point Grand Rapids lead. Snyder goes back to get it. Rasky sets up Jensen. Scott keeps it going. Hilly for Taylor, blocks. Nia Chimay and Alyssa Jensen tag team it to get Grand Rapids up 6. That's the 4th block for GR already. Snyder serves. Try to keep her on the line if you're Grand Rapids. They're unable to do it. It's a point for the Ignite thanks to Anna Beer. 20-15 GR. Lydia Martin. Rasky, Chimay, blocked, out of bounds. Point Grand Rapids. Now Alyssa Jensen, opportunity for the native of Holland, Michigan. What an emergence she's had. She's been one of the most important members of the Rise as of late. Kept alive. They were not expecting to set that. Jensen goes down. And Indy takes advantage. DeBeer puts it in the middle. What got mixed up there for Grand Rapids?
I think we got a little bit of a communication error. You saw August Rasky dig that first ball, causing Jensen to have to set it.
PBR to Rasky for Snyder. And out of bounds it goes. Good play by Ogilvy to watch that. She was right on top of that play and not giving Indy any help. Kaylee Nelson checks in. So does Cameron Turner. As Rasky and Chimay take a seat, we kind of saw this rotation similarly back on Thursday.
A little bit more offensive, putting another front row attacker up there, bringing in Cameron Turner to set from the back row. And you see on the Ignite side, they're doing the exact same thing. They're going into that traditional 6-2 that you see so much in college.
Rise up 6, 22-16. DeBeer keeps it alive. Anise Habili is in. And on the other side, Grand Rapids able to slam it through. 23-16, we're 1 point away from set point in the first. Cameron Turner, who's been a nice change of pace from the setting position for GR. How about a block? Allie B. The B stands for block. It's 24-16. The people rise to their feet at Van Andel. Turner over. They pop it up near side and it falls in the middle. Another little miscommunication that time. As Turner couldn't get to it as it just went over the outstretched defense of the Rise, but they put themselves in a position where they've got a few points to play with. Anna DeBeer to serve. They're standing in GR. Snyder can't handle it. An ace for the Ignite. And if there was ever a time to get an ace, it'd be when your team was this far down at this juncture. Another chance for Grand Rapids to put set one in the books. DeBeer off the tape. Turner wants Nelson. Not there. Indy looks to attack, and a diving play by Turner. Ogilvy, Briggs Romine. Not there either. Setting it up for Scott. A block, but kept alive. What a play from Carly Scott. Comes back. Briggs Romine got it blocked. CC Crawford. 3 straight points for the Ignite. They're pulling out all the stops with set point hanging in the balance. What a play by Scott going over her head. Another chance for Grand Rapids. Turner wants Nelson. She hits it long. 4 straight points for Grand Rapids. Timeout.